cold, icy, destructive, powerful spells. Maybe even really molten hot pyroblast. Maybe arcane magic. That's what captivates you. That's what you want to play in WoW Classic. You thought about it. You did your research, and the thought of playing a mage really, 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 really excites you. I don't blame you. That's one of the most fun classes I think you could play, especially when it comes to AoE farming. So, with that being said, this is my basic tips video on the mage in Classic WoW. So, without further ado, right here we have a page with the talent build that I used to level a mage way back when. Now, this spec right now is 34 Frost, 17 Arcane. What that means is this spec should get everything. You should be AoE farming like crazy with this spec. This spec was the most ideal spec. You could take down a few mobs at a time, uh, and you'll be good to go. You don't have to worry about having a single. You can just fight like one single mob if you want, but this is ideal for you to take on a couple of mobs, and it should really speed your way to 60 very, very quickly. Um, with this spec right here, it should be good. You have everything that you need. You'll be hitting pretty well, and it's just a very, very, very fun spec to play. I recommend it 100%. So this is the talent that you're going to want to use. I wouldn't invest too much gold or money in fire spells because you're not going to really be using any. But the frost ones definitely spend your hard-earned money on. So we got the talents out the way. Frost is a very great spec, very great. Whether it's PvP, PvE, fire can be very good in PvE as well. You can one shot, but it will be a while from like it will take a few minutes for you to be able to one shot something again after using your one shot macro for fire. So that's why I recommend Frost a little bit more. You could slow people down. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun spec. Um, but for PvE, you're gonna want to be Frost for PvP. I mean PvE. Sorry for the confusion. You save some money. You can create your own. You can conjure up your own food and water. In that aspect, it saves you money right there off the bat. Plus AOE farming, you won't have a problem with gold. You shouldn't have a problem with gold. I should say you shouldn't. Professions, same thing as the warlock. If you guys didn't see my warlock video, so I'll just repeat it here. Tailoring and enchanting is a very good combination. So is herbalism and alchemy. For the simple fact, you can pick the herbs, make some potions and flasks out of it, or if you want to do enchanting, you can disenchant items. You can enchant gear and all that, and then with the tailoring, you can conjure up some robes, some cloth armor, or some bags, and you can make a profit off of that as well. First aid, I always recommend it just because it's nice. You just bandage yourself up real quick. As a mage, you can't necessarily heal, so I always recommend picking up the secondary professions. That's uh, just something I just like to do, and I recommend for every class. Um, the next thing that I want to talk about are wands. You're going to want to use wands as well. You don't want to run yourself out of mana. Yes, you can, drink. You have unlimited access to food and water because you can conjure it up. But it saves you some extra time if you just wand stuff down after you've casted a couple spells, especially if it's 15, 20% left in the enemy's health. It's nice to just go ahead and just use your wand to kill them. Uh, what else can we go over with the mage? It's one of the most fun classes. I just it's so much fun. The AOE farming is insane. There's a lot of potential to make gold with these guys. Definitely one of the most fun classes you could play in Classic. They own in every aspect. Arcane is good, and it's not completely, uh, you know, I wouldn't rule it out, but it gets outshined by both Fire and Frost. That it's just I don't really see a need to play Arcane, but if you want to play Arcane, give it a shot. Why not? Um, Frost, you're going to be using that even for raiding. Molten Core, basically, fire is obsolete. You can't use fire in Molten Core, so it's pointless to spec fire. Just spec Frost the whole raid, in my opinion. So, basic tips. I'm trying to remember if I needed to learn from the Weapon Masters. I'm pretty sure you need to go to Weapon Masters and learn uh, some weapons as well. So go visit your local Weapon Master. I spoke about a few of them on my Warrior Guide, basic tips for warriors. So you've got a lot of potential with this class. You can do a lot with this class. So if you do decide to roll a mage, just I mean, I can understand why. Your DPS is amazing. Your ability to AoE form, like I said before, is amazing. PvP is amazing. It's just a fun class in general. So, uh, oh, another thing that I want to talk about real quick before I end the video is another thing that you're going to be used for is CC, right? You're going to be doing dungeons. You're going to be doing as you're leveling. You're going to be expected to sheep stuff. Usually moon or X is like the sheep or the sat button. Whatever, just talk to your dungeon leader, whoever, probably the tank, obviously, and he's gonna tell you what to CC. You do that, So for example, if he puts X as sheep when the mobs are patrolling, just sheep that real quick. That's gonna be your main job. You can kite really well, too. So just know that you'll be expected to sheep in dungeons. Just get used to that. If you've never played a mage in like vanilla BC Wrath, that's what you're going to be mainly doing. I know people do it now a little bit, but it's going to be very important that you do that when you are leveling and doing dungeons. It's going to be super important. But other than that, it's a super fun class to play. If you guys have any questions about the mage, let me know down below. I didn't want to get too in depth. I just want to give you guys some basic stuff so that you know when you're playing in classic, like what to expect and stuff like that, and good professions to go with you to go with this class. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Until next time, peace.